Been a minute since we've done this, so today we are talking about the Nintendo Switch, and we are not talking about what I usually talk about with the Switch, which is fantastic eShop games. No. Because in this world of digital malaise and things that we just want to get away from, and we want to have something we can hold, that we can grip, that we can keep in our collections, we are talking physical hidden gems on the Nintendo Switch. I got 10 of them for you. We're hopping in right now. What's up, everyone? I'm Jay. Welcome to Square Pegs. Let's kick things off with one of the best platformers on the it's one of the best platformers on the platform. We are talking Kaze and the Wild Masks. Now, Kaze and the Wild Masks is one of the most creative games that I have played. It is a throwback to classic 16-bit platforming with fantastic gameplay action that you are going to just absolutely fall in love with. I know I did. This is one of my favorite games on the Switch. It is one of the strongest platformers I think that has been released in probably the last 5 or 6 years, and there's just so much heart and soul that goes into this game. If you dig classic 16-bit adventures like Sonic the Hedgehog, like Super Mario World, this is a game that you need to check out and you need to add to your collection. It's not that expensive, it is a fantastic game, and it's just a great look. I absolutely adore Kaze and the Wild Masks, and I think if you check it out, you will too. If you are a fan of superheroes and you like irreverent superheroing and funny platformers that just offer a ton of challenge, this game here, 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes Edition, is one for you. This game is just over the top and just idiotic in every sense of the word, and just every perfect sense of the word too, because the game takes everything you know about platforming, throws 98 different heroes that you're able to control at any one time onto the game, and gives you different powers and different abilities for each one. And none of the abilities are terribly useful. Some of them are more useful than others. Like the guy who has the mine pick can go through the floors and stuff like that. And then there's the person that can actually like shoot the shotgun and things like that. That's great. But then you have the panda that's on a unicycle that doesn't go the direction you're pressing. He goes the opposite direction because he's riding the unicycle backwards. This game is ridiculous. It is a ton of fun. It is incredibly challenging. You lose heroes constantly. You will have a death count of how many heroes you lose every single level. Some of them are real simple. Some of them, though, are going to make you pull your hair out. They're so frustratingly hard. The game is fantastic, it is silly, it is over the top, and it is wonderful. 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes Edition is money and definitely worth picking up. We're going arcade action now, and this is Cotton Reboot. One of the absolute best Q-em-ups ever created. The Cotton series is something that I think a lot of people need to spend more time with and need to appreciate, because it's just brought so much to the industry as a whole and just did so much for the shoot 'em up genre. This is an accessible game for anybody. It's adorable, it's fun to pick up and play, it's super cool. The action in the game is fantastic, the look is great, the sound is great. It does so much better than what a lot of just hardcore shoot 'em ups do. And it's got a really good challenge to it too. Like, it's accessible because it's approachable in the way it looks, but it is still ball-bustingly hard, and it's something that you're going to have a difficult time mastering. I love the Cotton series. I love that we got the Reboot on the Switch. There's a ton of other Cotton games as well. I know we're talking physical here, but if you dig the other Cotton games, there's a bunch of them available digitally in the eShop as well, but Reboot is magnificent, and I highly recommend people picking it up. Next up, now I got some crap for this game when I featured this in my Best of Beat-em-Ups, and rightfully so, it is a hack and slash, but this game here, Battleaxe, is one of the best hack and slash games I've legit ever played. It is really difficult, like it is incredibly hard, but it is so much fun. It is dripping in style. Like, the pixel art in this game is absolutely spectacular. The sound is fantastic, the challenge is through the roof, the gameplay is perfect. Every character is memorable, every enemy is memorable, every single gameplay element just works. You get to play as 3 different medieval tropes. You can play as a wizard, you can play as a warrior, or you can play as a rogue, and each of them plays just slightly differently. Each one has just different strengths and weaknesses. There's different items that you're able to grab and use throughout as you play. You're able to find different food, tell you when you need food, kind of like Gauntlet. It's kind of a modern version of Gauntlet, and it hits every single note that Gauntlet always did, and it's absolutely wonderful. Battleaxe is brilliant. It is a fantastic title. It's definitely worth checking out. I absolutely love this one. I just got this in from Amazon, so if you are looking to get this physically, you can still find it. Next up, an entry from the Crypt of the Necrodancer series. Now, this is one that maybe not so hidden, but I think a lot of people may have overlooked it just because it's an independent game. But I want to talk about Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, because it's so important what this game is. This is a third-party game utilizing the Legend of Zelda IP. The music in the game, right off the bat, is absolutely magnificent. It is one of the best sounding games you will ever play. The music is just amazing. You're just going to want to listen to it. But the gameplay is a ton of fun as well. It's a fantastic rhythm-based action game where you're going to be moving throughout the land of Hyrule to the beat of the music as you're playing and using any of the characters in the game to combat the enemies and the hordes of Ganon. I love the Crypt of the Necrodancer anyway, so getting a crossover with Zelda is absolutely magnificent. This game is so much fun and absolutely worth checking out. I love this game and I think a lot of people overlooked it. And if you dig rhythm games or you love The Legend of Zelda, you owe it to yourself to pick up Cadence of Hyrule. I've suggested this game in the past on eShip reviews. eShip? I've suggested this game in the past on eShop videos, and I'm suggesting it here now because the physical edition of the game is gorgeous, and the game is just perfect. It is one of the best platformers on the Switch. It is a truly interesting title that does a lot with the platform genre and tries different things, and that is Greek. Greek is just an ambitious game with unbelievable animation systems in place. Like, the enemy animations and the character animations of the game are magnificent. Everything is hand-drawn, so it just looks like a cartoon come to life. The gameplay is challenging. The combat is deep and thought out and well-planned. You are able to get different characters and control them as you play, so it's a little bit like Trine in that regard. You're able to switch off the further into the game you get, and it's just a perfectly well-put-together and well-balanced game. It's one of my favorites on the Switch. It's been a very challenging game and something that I go back to pretty frequently because I haven't quite beaten it yet, but it's something that I think a lot more people need to play, and a lot of people overlooked when it came out because there was just so much stuff piling up that year. But Greek Memories of Azure is a fantastic title and something that I truly love and I think more people need to give a shot to. Alright, next up, we are going with one of the latest entries from my good friends over at Premium Edition Games. I just got these in the other day. They are available on their website to this day. So if you are interested in them, go to premiumeditiongames.com. This is Wonderland DX. Now, I have talked about Wonderland in previous eShop videos, but getting a physical release of one of the best independent games of the last 10 years is just magical. This game is fantastic. I cannot stress enough how hard this game is. It is just ridiculously over-the-top difficult, but just an amazing sense of fun and amazing sense of accomplishment when you're actually able to beat something. The levels in this game are incredibly challenging. The design work that goes into this game is magnificent, and just the gameplay itself is wonderful. There's so many awesome unlockables that you're able to find in this game to customize your... I need to turn off Facebook. Hold on a second. There are so many awesome unlockables and different customization options you can have for your little vegetable bird guy. I don't really know what he is, but your little vegetable bird man that you control in the game. There's so many different costumes unlockables that you're able to apply to him. It's absolutely fantastic. I love Wonderland. It is one of the best games of the last 10 years, and I mean that honestly. It's one of the best puzzle platformers I have played in ages, and I absolutely think that more people need to check this one out. Alright, next up from Image and Form, I guess they're Steamworld games now, but at the time they were Image and Form games, is one of my personal favorite series of games. I love the Steamworld games. Every single Steamworld game I've played is fantastic. I love Steamworld Dig, I love Steamworld Quest, I love Steamworld Heist, but one of the best of the bunch and a fantastic title to have on the Nintendo Switch is Steamworld Dig 2. This continues the adventures of Rusty. Sort of. You have to find Rusty. You're on a quest to find Rusty. And as you play, the game just presents itself beautifully. You have different upgrades that you're able to get for your character. You have to excavate and find your way through the different levels and dig your way through, as the name implies, on your quest through Steamworld to find Rusty, the titular hero of Steamworld Dig. This game is absolutely fantastic. Everything that Steamworld Games does, that Image and Form at the time did, works. There's never been a game that they've made that I've disliked, but Steamworld Dig 2 is an absolutely fantastic title, well worth picking up, with challenging gameplay and excellent combat throughout, and a wonderful sense of humor. Like, that can't be stated enough about this game. The sense of humor that every Steamworld game has is amazing, and Steamworld Dig 2 is no different in that regard. Like shooters, then I know you're going to love Val Ferris. Now, this is not a first-person shooter. This is a run-and-gun shooter akin to Contra, and this game is hardcore, over-the-top, and incredible. I absolutely love Val Ferris. If you love metal, if you love gory, action-packed combat, if you love crazy 16-bit style worlds, Val Ferris is a game you need to check out. I have had so much fun playing this one. It's got a great challenge to it too, which is really nice. Like, it is a classic Contra-like throwback, which I think a lot of us are starved for, and a lot of us really want, with a lot of substance and a lot of style, and you're going to get that with Val Ferris. The game is described as having skulls, gore, and metal in space, and really that's all you can ask for in a game like this. I have had a ton of fun with this. This isn't the type of game I usually go in for, but Val Ferris just has so much style and substance to it, and it's just a lot of fun. Alright, finally, one more hidden gem. This is another release from Premium Edition Games, and is also still available on their website. And this is one of my favorite games that I have played in a long time. I got this in the mail right at the start of the year. I popped it in and I was immediately hooked. This is Rain on Your Parade. Now, this is one part Katamari Damacy, one part puzzle game, one part irreverent, over-the-top acknowledgement of all kinds of things of pop culture, as there's just a ton of different level styles and gameplay styles that you're going to go through. There are Doom levels that you're going to play as a first-person shooter. There are levels where you need to find things and flood things out. There are simple levels where you just have objectives that you need to complete, kind of like Untitled Goose Game. There are levels where you are going to be going through and it's almost an RPG, kind of like Zelda. It does so much, and games like this can typically go off the rails very quickly and not be as well done as you would imagine based on how many different things they're throwing in, but there's been nothing that I have experienced in Rain on Your Parade yet that I have had any kind of a bad time with. I absolutely think this game is fantastic. Rain on Your Parade, one of my favorites, absolutely wonderful premium edition release, fantastic company, and a wonderful game to check out. You need to check out Rain on Your Parade if you have not done so. There we have it, 10 physical hidden gems on the Nintendo Switch. If you dug this video, why don't you hit that subscribe button? I would love to have you stick around. Hit the thumbs up, it helps in the engagement. And if you want to see 9 more physical hidden gems on the Switch, check out the video linked right now. Did that one a couple of years ago, and 9 fantastic games on that one as well. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.